I've been meaning to do this video for a while now about Nikon's new subject detection in manual focus mode. I guess it's not really new anymore. You know how life gets away from us. But I have been using this feature more and more with the Voigtlander 40mm f1.2, a manual focus only lens. And this feature is money. As far as I know, the ZF and now the Z6 III were the first cameras anywhere to offer this feature. Manual focus subject detection works the same as autofocus subject detection. The difference here being that there's just no autofocus. Like autofocus subject detection, it'll track whichever type of subject that you've set in the menu, in whichever focus area you've set, and then refine that down to the eyes, if it detects eyes, or the cockpit of an airplane, if it detects that, and so on. And then when you rotate that focus ring in manual focus, whatever's being tracked will turn green when it's in focus, and it works remarkably well. There are, of course, times when you just have to use manual focus. Low light, low contrast, and as in this case, manual focus only lenses. This feature will work with non-CPU lenses, meaning a lens that doesn't transmit distance data. With one note that we'll talk about in just a minute about that. So it obviously has practical use for anyone who uses manual focus, and I honestly don't know why cameras didn't implement this sooner. It seems so easy. We already saw that tracking box that'll turn green when that tracked area is in focus. If multiple eyes are detected, you can press the multi-selector, left or right, to change which eye you want to focus on. If those eyes or whatever you're tracking is small and you want to check that area, you can press the zoom in button and the camera will snap zoom to that tracked area, like an eye, allowing you to double check your focus. It's so nice being able to zoom in right there so you don't have to hunt around for those eyes with that focus point selector. There's also an electronic rangefinder indicator in this mode. Now this does require range information from the lens to work. This Voigtlander lens, for example, it doesn't transmit distance data, so I don't have those indications when using it. However, when using a lens that does transmit range data, like Nikkor Z and F-mount lenses, except for AF-D lenses, you will see that range indicator in the lower left. That's giving you directions to focus on that tracked point. An arrow pointing to the right means you need to increase the focus distance. Your subject is further away. To the left means decrease the focus distance, and the circle means that it's in focus, or pretty darn close to it. You may want to check the square and/or zoom into that point to double check. Two things you need to set up to use this, found in the photo shooting menu, and I've put them in my menu for faster access. MF subject detection area. This is where you'll enable this feature and set the area in the frame where your subject is. You have a small wide area, a large wide area, and all, which is the entire frame. If you know your subject's going to be in a particular area of the screen, set one of the wide options to help this feature work faster and avoid erroneous tracks. The off options turns this whole thing off. The other setting is the AF-MF subject detection options. What you set here will be applied to both autofocus and manual focus tracking. Set people, animals, vehicles like cars or bikes, or airplanes. Auto is going to try to find one of those previously mentioned types and track that. If you ever find this distracting, or it isn't working for whatever reason, you'll want to turn it off because that focus zoom feature will be locked to that tracked point, as well as your rangefinder information. It's going to go to that point. So you do cede some of that control to the camera. But I mean, in regular, well-lit situations where the subjects are big enough in the frame, this feature works like a charm. It's just another one of the great focus tools found in Nikon Z cameras. Now, you can learn about all the other tools and so much more about Nikon Z cameras, how to master your Nikon Z camera in the Nikon Z Photography Fundamentals course, which you'll find at photocourses.link/Nikon Z. Please let me know if you have any further questions about this feature in the comments. Subscribe for more great tips like this, and we'll see you in the next one.